Hi and welcome back to the channel. My name is Sam, and in today's video we are actually going to be talking about my game Everstone. So this is the copy that will be coming with me to Origins tomorrow, and you can kind of see some of the concept art in the background there. We'll show off the wrap of the illustration, and then the tops have more of a wood grain texture to them. But I'm not going to be doing a full rules teach and demo like all of our other favorite mechanisms video. I'm going to focus on the two parts that make Everstone quite the enjoy to not only design but also for me to play. And those are the player boards in the game and the multi-use relic cards that are the main kind of mechanism that you'll be building around. And so everyone in the game, whoever's playing, will have two parts to the board. They'll have their storage board here, and if I can reach it, should have had this other part prepped, they'll be given a reserve board as well. And so you'll be able to have this on either side, but this storage board represents your storage in your cart, caravan, whatever we're calling it, your traveling workshop, to hold the relics in your storage. And the little reserve board starts with these ones covered, but as you spread influence, you'll be able to hold more of the resources in the game, where there are 3 different types of resources that you can collect throughout the game. But my favorite part is that the simple turn structure is broken to, on your turn, you'll move your character from one room to one of the other 3 that it's not in and perform its main action. And over the course of the game, as you're collecting these relic cards and storing them in your storage, it will cover up the different added benefits to that main action. But then through the course of the game, as you keep and restore relics, you'll be sliding them under your player board, which will begin to create this action chain, or you can spread them out and go wide, but it will give you extra bonuses that you can take whenever you move and take that main action. So I really enjoy the fact that for ease of teaching, you just say you perform everything top down, and that you'll do the main action that you move into. For this example, you'd be harvesting. If the storage isn't taken up by a broken down relic, you can perform the action a little more efficiently. And then as you repair these relics and decide to keep them throughout the game, then you have this ability to perform really cool action chains of the different actions. So in this example, if we had the storage space kept open, we'd gain 2 resources, and so then maybe we had 3 reds in our reserve already, so we'd use this card to get 2 more reds, which would give us the 5 reds needed to get the victory point in this purple card. So that puzzle of the main way that cards get into your engines are through storing them first. That puzzle of moving them into the column that you want to upgrade into them, but timing it so that you don't have to take the action while the storage space is covered, is a really fun puzzle to try and work out in your head. How to get them in your engine without them getting in your way, I think, is the tagline I'll go with. So that puzzle that the board presents is really cool. The other part has to do with the multi-use cards in the game. And so if you kind of look carefully, each card, there's some that have different symbols on the back of them, as well as, it's kind of hard to see in this light, but there is a combination that shows 3 dice under it. And so the top of the relic deck will change as more cards are taken off of it. But if whenever you're harvesting, you can match the combination under it, you can choose to give up what's known, which harvest is the main way that you'll get the resources that we showed off in the game, to cheat out that cycle we just talked about of finding the broken down relic, restoring it, to discovering a relic that's already working, where you can already upgrade it into your engine or sell it off for its reward, which we'll talk about in a second. But that kind of discovering mechanic is not the easiest to explain verbally for me yet, but the kind of that pull of, are you going to risk the unknown to get maybe something powerful to, or are you going to stick with what's known because you can plan ahead? That puzzle that is always looming whenever you take the harvest action has been really fun to create on the back of the cards. And then the front of the cards, I always was inspired by that I cut you choose mechanic of having that simple decision of this or that, but not always having the clear cut like one's better than the other. The relic cards themselves were designed around a mechanic of once you've repaired them, which in these banners you can see that this one costs 3 blue resources and 1 influence, where this brown one would be 4 yellow resources and 1 resource of choice, but you also would spend 2 influence. Once you've repaired them by paying those costs, you're met with the decision of do I want to sell it for what's posted as the reward, as sort of a contract fulfillment where you'll use it once and then no longer benefit from it again, or do you want to play that long game where you're upgrading them under the storage spots that you stored them in to create these really cool chains of actions? So if I can rummage through here really quick, in the through the duration of the game, maybe you'll have some engine like boop boop. Um, Maybe we've created something like this, where we have these 4 cards upgraded under, say, our harvest spot, and we do a harvest action which gets us maybe a 2 red resources, and then when we finished that we decide to use this green card to draw a card from the deck, which will give us the ability to discard it to move up any track. And so say we move up the yellow track, which gets us that 3rd red, and then with this green card we'll gain 2 more. That gives us the 5 reds we need to get that victory point. And so that sequencing of those relics might be very powerful, but you have to actively decide, like, okay, maybe I want to cash in for this one right now and just move back on 1 track 3 spaces to move away, to lose influence, but you'll get that immediate victory point. Those tough decisions, each card that you reveal and repair, has been really fun to experience personally, but also really fun to see others kind of agonize in a good way over like the decision not being that clear. And so this video's run a little longer than the normal ones. Obviously, my bias of it being the game I've designed, I'm passionate about sharing the mechanics I like. But the puzzle within the storage and the puzzle with each card as it comes out, trying to weigh the pros and cons of maybe I just want to use this to move up on a track 3 spaces really quick, or maybe I want to save this one for later because while gaining 4 resources might be good for my next turn, I like the ability of being able to discover more relics because I have a couple personal quests that could really benefit. And so I could talk on and on about this game, but what would be best is if anyone seeing this video is actually going to Origins, come find me. I'll be posting my whereabouts on my Instagram all weekend, and I would love to have you play it in person or even look at it or just chit chat about, more of the design process. I'd be happy to share any of that. So I look forward to seeing any of you if you make it to Origins. And if not, feel free to reach out. We can find a way to connect and talk more about the game through either Discord or Tabletop Simulator. I'm happy to show it off to whoever wants to listen. So with that, I'm going to end the video there, but I hope everyone has a great day, and I hope to hear from you soon. That's all we got. That's the one video for today. Got a laundry list of to-dos to get ready for Origins. So I'm going to sign off, and I hope everyone has a great week.